lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
All right.
We apologize. Development is proceeding
Skyward Sword
smoothly, and we
HD.
should be
Skyward
able to
Sword
bring you some
HD.
new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Am I good? Am I good or am I good, everyone? Am I good or am I damn good? No, it's not that hard to predict. I'm just kidding. It's not that hard to predict, but yeah. Okay, I'm trying to see. I think they got rid of the motion control, or they at least, they're doing no motion control option, or maybe no motion controls at all. I think, yeah, I'm thinking this is maybe no motion controls. That didn't look HD.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
I like
This
Skyward
game
Sword. I love
originally
Skyward
released
Sword.
in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo
They're going to be
Switch.
changing so much with this
The Legend of
version.
Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players
Oh
could use
boy,
the
here we
Wiimote
go.
Plus controller
Motion
as a
controls
sword
or no.
and the nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive.
Oh!
And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con.
Okay! It does have motion controls.
The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is
Which
the
I
sword.
always thought worked completely
It's meant
fine.
to have Link swing his sword in the game.
I love the motion controls in Skyward
The
Sword.
Joy-Con controller
Yes,
on your
Zara,
right
it's a
hand
great
is the
game.
shield.
Skyward Sword's
By
great.
lifting
They're
the
gonna be
controller, you
be
can raise the
changing
shield
so
to
many
block
things.
enemy attacks.
They're gonna be changing so many things. I'm telling you
You
right
can
now
perform
because
other actions
there
like
are so
using
many
both
complaints about
controllers to wield
Skyward
the bow and
Sword.
arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls.
Told
to
ya.
ensure it can be
There you
played
go.
in handheld mode or
Yeah.
on the Nintendo Switch
Hi,
Lite
Alice.
system. After mulling over how to
There you
assign
go.
different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
It makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. I don't know.
Tilt the
Doesn't
stick down when you
that
swing
one
the sword
Metal
downward.
Gear game kind of work like this
To
with
swing to the
Raiden?
right, to the left, or diagonally,
Yeah, yeah,
just
it's.
tilt the stick in the respective direction.
I don't know. Probably not.
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline,
Okay.
details the events
All right.
around the creation
Okay.
of the Master Sword
Okay.
itself.
All right. Okay.
We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins
So
of
Breath of the
Legend
Wild
Zelda.
2 at E3, for sure. Breath of the Wild 2 at E3.
The Legend
Okay,
of
we still
Zelda
got 5
Skyward
minutes.
Sword HD launches July 16th. Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers.
I'm not gonna
Many
get
of you
12 of
already know
those.
this, but
What are
The
you
Legend of
talking
Zelda
about?
Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend into
Okay,
the air,
4 minutes. I think
the
there'll be one
stamina
more
gauge
thing
that
after
depleted
this.
as you scaled walls with vines or ran.
A date
Even
for
the
a
concept
Zelda
of
Direct,
collecting items
maybe.
to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
Underrated game. I stand by it. Skyward Sword's great. I love Skyward Sword. I hope they
Please look
fix the
forward to
flying
Legend
though.
of Zelda
The
Skyward
flying
Sword HD.
sucks in Skyward Sword. It's bad.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
All right,
has
one
been
more thing.
optimized
Yeah,
for
we're gonna have
Nintendo
one more
Switch.
thing.
It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick.